had no idea where I was. On the way there, my orders were changed once. They wanted me to be a general's driver somewhere in Japan. I said, no, thank you. They said, to hell with you, you're going to Westpac. I said, I've been there once. So, and when the door to that C-141 opened up and that heat and humidity hit me, I said, oh crap, not again. Then I saw all the palm trees and stuff, and I asked the guy on the ground, I said, where the hell am I? Dude, you're in Nampong, Thailand. And I said, well, great, because I got a brother-in-law here. Yeah, I'm Marine, he's Navy.
Did you know this?
I knew he was somewhere in Thailand. I didn't know where. But just in case he was at the same place I was going, I had a cassette tape that his wife and kids made for him, and some pictures and letters. So I found him a couple days later.
You were able to deliver it?
I delivered it. Well, when I checked into the base hospital, I asked if Chief Newton was on duty. He's the guy that gave the eye exams. They said, no, he's off duty today. And his other chief said, well, who the hell are you? I said, I'm his brother-in-law. And I could see a light bulb come on above his head. He said, oh, we're going to mess with CB and his brother-in-law. He said, well, CB is off today, and he's down at Hooch with the mama son. It's his day. I thought, holy crap. No, that's not CB. His wife whipped his ass. But she did flip him one time during her karate class. But anyway, we go down to his Hooch, and he says, hey, Newton, you got a visitor, and he stepped aside. He saw me and says, damn, jarheads aren't allowed in here. And I said, well, I'll just take all this crap and go back to him. Get your ass in here. So I gave him the tape and the pictures and stuff. So, you know, he and I visited several times, but most of the time I was taking care of business. So, it was good to see him. I had SD tail, you know, lighted up. Well, the container wouldn't light. So I just got promoted to sergeant the day after I got there. So I was like, you know, that's breaking the new guy. So I poured the diesel in the container and the crap wouldn't light. I thought, okay, I'll jump start it with some gas. And just as I touched it, the wind changed. It singed off my eyebrows, my mustache was gone. Oh, crap.
And to be sure, so that others will know what you're talking about, you're burning off the sewer, the waste. Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It was a real SD tail. Good cover. And then there was another time, we were playing football in the street at Crash Crew. You know, touch football. Well, I went to stop and I slid and I landed on my elbow and my shoulder went to the top of my ear. Like this. So one of my crash crew, I can help you, and pull my arm out, which made it worse, I found out later. So I go to the base hospital and they put me in that sling type thing. I got a picture over there somewhere. So I go back to work and my officer in charge says, oh man, we can use you as a dispatcher. Give these guys a break. Now our dispatch tower was 40 feet straight up. And I see no way in hell I'm going to climb a ladder 40 feet, one-handed, carrying all my equipment that I need up there. No, I don't think so, Bubba. So I went back to the hospital, talked to the doctor, told him what they wanted to do with me. He said, do. So he gave me a different shit. Said no climbing specifically, no lifting, and light duty for 3 weeks. So I just took it back, and my OIC was kind of pissed because I went around him, so to speak. And so I stayed at the Hooch for 3 weeks with a stick with a nail on it, drinking beer. You know, I had my hand like this in a sling, the beer fit just right, and I had my stick. So, did that for 3 weeks. I busted my hump, boy. That place was litter free. We basically were the base fire department. We specialized in aircraft rescue firefighting. Everybody there knew how to get into an aircraft, meaning the A6, the F4, and the C-130. So you would go on duty, have your morning formation. You were given your crew, you meaning the crew chief, driver, operator. So I knew nobody there. So I just had to wait a couple of weeks and feel them out and question them just to see what they knew. Like, you know, hey, where'd the downlock stored on an F4? Oh, that's a bullshit story. He didn't know. He was never taught. So there's a guy here on the reunion that was on my crew that he told me that he stayed in because of what I taught him. I said, well, thank you. But eventually I knew who the druggies were. So, and every morning I would have my little crew formation, and I said, I don't know if you drink, I don't know if you do drugs, but if I catch any of you doing on duty, your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. I have no problem taking you right to the bridge. So I never had any problem with anybody, other than the guy that tried to pull my arm after I broke my shoulder. So anyway, the trucks we had weren't the best that the Marine Corps had. They were kind of handed over from some other unit. They're called Yankee Walkers, and in my opinion, the worst truck the Marine Corps ever bought. Trying to get parts, that didn't happen, because it was a Canadian fire truck. And Canadians, I guess, didn't make parts anymore. So we did what we can with what we had. And luckily, we did not have any major aircraft accidents. You don't say crashes, you say accidents or incidents. Nobody likes the word crash. So, we would go to mess hall, ooh, crash crew, back away. So anyway, you get your crew. You have 2 turret operators, 2 handlinemen, and the crew will be anywhere from 3 to 4 Marines. So each one was given a specific job to check out the vehicle. Some would check the engine oil, the fuel. Others would check the equipment on there, the handline, which is on the front of the truck or on the side, and the dry chemical extinguishers. And we had an air pack, but you know, none of these guys that I could figure out had ever been taught on how to use it. And I really didn't want to use it because we had no way of recharging them. So I just let that go away. But we had some damn good firemen there. Some I wouldn't deal with anymore, but that's some damn good firefighters. So then, depending on who had the first hotspot was an area out on the airfield. You sat there for 4 hours in your truck, waiting for something to happen. Just sit there, and you sizzle. Now, there were times when we got so hot that the Yankee Walters fire truck had 2 vents in the front of the truck. We would open the vents, I'd put everybody in my truck, I'd call the tower, ask for clearance full length down the runway, and we just haul ass down the runway. Get that air coming in through the cabin, like, oh, Jesus, this is good. It was hot, but it felt good. So I called the tower, I said, I'd like to do a 180. Yeah, go ahead, come on back, cool off. Go balls to the walls back down the other end of the runway, go back, sit back at hotspot. Okay. You gotta know how to work the system. You know? And I've already been in crash crew for 4.5 years. I was in Vietnam, 69 and 70. And like I said, I didn't know any of these Marines there. And the officer in charge, well, I'd rather not go there. The whole time, in the 7 months I was there, I saw him maybe 5 times. Master Sergeant, now, well, retired Master Sergeant, in Nam Phan, he was a Lance Corporal. He's here in his first reunion. So it's great seeing him again. I haven't seen him since '74. Now we reconnected on Facebook, and we, at least twice a month we talk on the phone. And there's another crash crew in here that, well, I say he's not one of my favorite people. because of what he did, although he blames everybody else. But when we left, we knew there was a CID plant. It was in Crash Crew. So when we got to Iwakuni, they knew who to look at. I had a clean slate. So.